Hi y'all, Q-Ball here, coming to you from my office here at the house, and going through papers and working on things around the house here. Trying to get things organized and together and things set up for my wife's celebration of life. And I'd come across, before I started this vlogging of the ALS care and things like that, I had a little journal-esque thing that I was doing on my laptop and stuff, where I would come in the evenings after work, and once she'd settled down for the evening to rest, I'd come in and I'd journaled a few things just to kind of keep myself sane and to kind of keep track of things as they were going, not knowing how I was going to end up doing this video vlog stuff here later. But I printed out, it's just a one-page thing. I printed it out and I thought I'd go ahead and read it and add it to this video vlog. So this is kind of a prequel to the video vlog. Vlog. So I'm going to try to read this and keep myself together as best I can. Watching someone deteriorate that you know and love, created a family with, shared lots of good times and experiences with, was always by my side and always having my back. She was always kind, loving, caring, and willing to help. She never did anything mean to anyone. Yet, she is the one who had to struggle and be mistreated by people who were supposed to be friends and family throughout life. Yet, she was always willing to look the other way and remained a kind, loving, caring person. Things have gotten much worse this past year, and she is now being treated by the Mayo Clinic. Day-to-day tasks have become a struggle now, but she keeps trying. Some days better than others, but there is no possibility of recovery short of a miracle. All I can do is help her where possible, love and support her the best I can, and plan to take care of her as promised as long as possible in our own home, and to love, honor, and cherish. That was the first entry, and I think I did right by that and kept her at the house for pretty much everything. Got her taken care of here with a little help here and there from a few people, but primarily my doing and being her companion and taking care of her. The next entry. I was approached by my supervisor today and asked about my wife, and it started as a friendly question. I discussed how we were working on her disability with Social Security, and waiting to get an official diagnosis of her condition. I discussed how the Mayo Clinic is a much better experience than other medical facilities that we've experienced in the past. He then said, "Enjoy it now because you don't know when the city will not renew the contract, and the cost of all the tests and treatments is what drives up the cost of our health insurance every year." I don't know what his experiences have been, but after my 30 plus years working, it goes up every year if you use insurance or not. To make me feel bad that my wife is ill, to make me feel bad that my wife is ill and gets to be seen by some of the best doctors in the country, I hope it didn't come out as he intended it to come out. And I would hope anybody's supervisor wouldn't be that shallow. My wife is on paid administrative leave while her employer works through ADA accommodation paperwork. And we'll see how that goes. And that was pretty much a second entry of being shamed, I guess, by my supervisor that, we're driving up the healthcare cost for everybody at my employer because we're being seen and treated by the best. I don't know why anybody wouldn't seek the best treatment where possible. And it was covered by the plan. I don't know why we shouldn't have used it, but apparently if the healthcare goes up here when the policy gets renewed this summer, I guess it's my fault and my wife's fault. So be it. Then the next entry. The hardest thing is to look into my wife's eyes and see the scared person inside, as she knows that her body is going to let her down more and more, day by day and week by week. Yet her mind is still sharp. Speaking and writing is becoming more difficult as time moves forward. I plan to be here for her as her loving husband, as I am sure she would be by my side if the role was reversed. I wish the whole world knew her as I do. I wish that the friends and family would make more of an effort to communicate and share their love and shared experiences and memories with her. With all the options that there are nowadays, there's not much reason to not connect with people. Early on, just because she was not mobile, her mind was there. And early on, she did fine texting for quite some time. And early on, you could still talk with her if you would pay attention to the conversation and not try to do 20 things at once. You could. And the That's, it's what makes somebody feel loved and makes them feel complete. All right, next entry. This one's actually today, 11/5/25. And she was stuck for 6 hours, unable to get off the toilet. She did not bring her phone with her to the bathroom and was not able to call for help. I inquired with my daughters to see if anyone's communicated with her, as it was after my lunch at work, and I hadn't heard from her myself either, which is rare. So I rushed home to check on her. Sad and sore and apologetic, she apologizes all the time. I tell her that I love her, and an apology is not necessary. That you did not bring this on yourself on your own free will. That this terrible disease was something that went after you. You did nothing wrong. You just ended up with this disease. Got home as fast as I could. It took me 20 minutes, and I was so scared by not hearing from her all morning past lunchtime, and going on to 2 o'clock and not hearing anything from her. I rushed home. Took me 20 minutes, and the whole time all I could think of was, what am I going to encounter when I get there? What am I going to see? Is she okay? Is the phone just not working? Or is she laying on the floor? Is she... or stop breathing? Or, what am I going to encounter? I just hate to see her suffering and hurting, knowing there is very little that can be done. She sat on the toilet so long, she had sores, she was bleeding. She couldn't get up, she was crying. Crying for 6 hours. Waiting. Why? Because my employer refused to let me work from the house. My employer refused to let me work from the house. An option that existed previous. An option that they have a policy for. All that could have been avoided if I would have been working from home. She would have been on the toilet. She would have hollered, "Matt." I would have said, "Just a second," and got up and got her off the toilet. It would have been a 2-minute ordeal. Instead, she spent 6 hours in pain, hurting, not knowing what time it was, how long she'd been there, when I'm going to come home, bleeding. It's when I knew something different had to be done. I can't just let that be the case. Let that be what happens. Me trying to be at the office. I had to find some care for her myself. And then my last entry on this journal vlog here is, I am grateful that I can still communicate with her, as I know those days are very limited. It has gotten to the point that eating and drinking have become very difficult for her, and she struggles not to choke on food or drink. And pretty much once we got past Thanksgiving, where she got to eat a little bit of the Thanksgiving meal with the family, it was pretty much liquid and soft foods until it couldn't be liquid and soft foods anymore. But I just wanted to go over the journal entries that I had online. Well, not online, but on my computer, on my laptop. And wanted to share them because this is a thing about the ALS journey and what happens and what's going on, and this is things that were going on and happening and mindsets and what people will be thinking or going through or how to deal with it, what to expect, what might happen, so that other people realize that they're not alone, that they're not alone in this, and that what they're experiencing is that things that happen as part of the ALS journey. It's excruciating for the patient and the patient's caregivers and family. It's tough. So, until next time, tell those that you care about and love that you care about and love them. You need to do that now, because tomorrow's might not be it tomorrow. Not everyone might make it till tomorrow. Might not be everybody make it the next to dinner tonight. So do it now. And remember, I love you too.